You're watching Caribbean Vibrations, and today's show is a recap of some great summer events. We speak with Tracy Moore and Jully Black at the SheaMoisture pop-up party. Jack here at the Mobay Jerk Festival. Fay-Ann Lyons, Bunji, Garlin, and Kesta Band at the One Love Festival. Coffee in Toronto, and Lil Rick at Barbados on the Water. But first up, we speak with the co-founder of SheaMoisture, Cyrus S. right now on Caribbean Vibrations.
You're watching Caribbean Vibrations TV, and we're coming to you from the beautiful coral carpet for the SheaMoisture pop-up for Toronto Carnival 2019 with the man himself, Cyrus. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing well. I'm excited to be in Toronto, celebrating SheaMoisture, entering the market, engaging our community, engaging our consumers who are here and have been asking for this brand, and now we've delivered with our partners Unilever.
Why did you decide to do this pop-up? Because a lot of times people enter the market in different ways. Why this pop-up?
I think Caravana is synonymous with the community here and the diaspora that's here in Toronto, and the community's been asking for us, and they've been asking for the product, and they've engaged us over social media, and we wanted to deliver in a meaningful way, a way that brought excitement, enjoyment, celebration, and that's part of why this celebration, this Caravana, this pop-up, so that we can really have a great experience with our community.
Well, we want to thank you for your time very much.
Thank you very much.
So you're watching Caribbean Vibrations TV, and we're here at the SheaMoisture pop-up, Toronto Carnival 2019, with one only Cityline, no, just Tracy Moore, because you're more than just a show. I actually follow you on social media, and one of the things I like is that you're very open about everything that's happening to you. You know, makeup, all these different things. Why do you feel the need to, not the need to do that, but why do you do that?
I do feel the need to do it, though. I mean, partially it's who I am, and the other part of it is just that it's very difficult to pretend to be something you're not. You know, I think I went through a phase in my life where I felt like things needed to be perfect, and I always have to have sort of this front of perfection, and it is lonely, it's isolating, it's boring, it's not who I am. And one thing I've learned through hosting Cityline is the more truthful and honest I am about what's happening in my world and who I am as a person, the more people attach. And that to me has been such a gift. So what I've learned is through positive reinforcement, just be you, Tracy, like the weirdo that you are, and show people the weirdo that you are. And you know what? Life's a lot easier when you can just be yourself. Yes, it is. You will find your tribe. Oh, yeah. Right?
I totally agree. You just got to be you. So you're watching Caribbean Vibrations TV, and we're here with the one and only Miss Jully Black. First of all, enough of my friends do the 100-day thing, you know.
Really?
Yes, okay. I have a lot of friends who do. So tell me how you do that, the 100-day challenge. This is you leading a whole bunch of women. Yes. It's amazing. I see the feedback. Yes. I see the results. What made you start it?
I started it because I needed something to help me combat the grief of losing my mom. And I've always, so in 2017, my mom passed away, and I've always been active. But as I cared for her, I stopped caring for myself. And so it was the messages to make sure that you actually, it's like the airplane, put the mask on yourself, then put it on somebody else, right? And so I knew that positive motion, getting moving, like hormonally, was going to give me positive emotion. That's like free medicine. And so I got moving. And I said, you know what? I saw a podcast that really dispelled the myth that it takes 21 days to form a new habit. It takes 21 days to form a new cell. It takes 66 days to have that habit take root. And so I said, I'm going to do 100 days. And I'm going to bring some friends with me. All right, and 55 women came, and we did it. And then 187 women came, and then 289 women came. And so I'm going to do it for the rest of my life. And now we have women off thyroid pills, off diabetes, off insulin, off antidepressants. Marriages are being rekindled. You name it. You know, so it's me. I'm just building this bridge right here and doing my part.
I love it. So tell me why you're here today.
Right. Well, you know, this is a big moment in Black products, in Black history in Canada. You know, we used to have to go across the border and smuggle these things in. You know what I mean? Or ask my auntie and my cousins to ship things across. So it's nice to know that not only is it here, SheaMoisture, but we have a presence. And I think that as long as we, as people of color, women, men, because it's for both genders, of course, that we actually recognize that this is supporting Black business, and it actually represents like that we can do anything. You know, we can with nothing. You know, with sheer passion and intention, we can do anything. And I shout outs, man. It's inspiring. It makes me excited about what's coming next for me. And yeah.
Well, I love the energy, and thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Look at you out. Watching.
Well, it's you, you know. It's you, know.
Okay.
You're watching Caribbean Vibrations.
Move. Don Lemon, him a come for you. Don Lemon, move.
Don, no. Next.
Don't forget to follow us on social media at Caribbean TV.
You're watching Caribbean Vibrations TV, coming to you live and direct from the Mobay Jerk and Food Festival. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Now, Jolene, this is just 10th year you guys are celebrating. Why did you feel the need to start the festival 10 years ago?
It's for the people of Montego Bay. You know, we saw a need, it was lacking. We didn't have a lot of events going on in Montego Bay, a lot of family events at that. And our festival is primarily for the family and for the people of Montego Bay, so why not? That is why we started.
But what about the jerk? Because, you know, people know Jamaica for jerk, but they know other festivals in other areas are synonymous with the jerk. What makes your festival unique?
Because we have been going on so long on the people, you know, we piggybacked on what it is that jerk is for the culture of Jamaica, you know. We understood what it is that jerk meant to our people, especially coming from where the Maroons started it and why they started it. And we decided to capitalize on that. And I said, it's not just for us and even it's not a monetary thing or anything like that. It's just, you know, it's an Emancipation Day, very cultural day for us. And that is why, you know, we did a jerk festival. And this year you hear we added food. So we're trying to add different elements as we go along, and that is why we are the Montego Bay Jerk and Food Festival.
Now, you touched on the subject real quickly. The Maroons did this. Were they the ones, because I don't know, were they the ones who started jerk and why?
Yes, you know, that is how they, and the jerk started primarily, it was like an underground method where they dug a hole and put the meat in, just because they didn't want the smoke signals to go out, you know, to trigger the soldiers to where they were, you know, the Maroons or the people or the slaves who ran away and hid in the bushes and the mountains across Jamaica. And that is why they started that method, you know, so underground, that's how we used to cook jerk primarily. Now we do it in a jerk pan, so the smoke wouldn't get all the way out, you know, and to give away their hiding spots. And that's how we have it. So
thank you so much for that history lesson. We're here always on Emancipation Day. You got to come to Mobay for the Mobay Jerk and Food Festival. And you're watching Caribbean Vibrations. Watching Caribbean Vibrations TV, coming to you from Montego Bay, Mobay Jerk and Food Festival, the one and only Jack here. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Respect, my brother.
All right. So first question is, how do you feel performing for the crowd out there in Mobay tonight?
I feel good. They don't know seeing the promoter, my brethren, and I'm just truly happy to be a part and give him my support because it's holiday. A lot of kids, a lot of families out. You know what I mean? And Mobay City needs some love. You don't know, so we have to put in some love, and it's part of putting in the work.
Now you
duty for the city and the people.
Now you put in a lot of work, a lot of love, and it's ironic it's Emancipation Day, and one of the things you spoke about was freedom. Yeah. You talked about Bunji, you talked about cartel. What's the message you're trying to get out when you speak about freedom?
It's just Emancipation Day, so we're strong for freedom today.
Well, we appreciate your time. We love your music. Thanks again.
Thank you too, bro. It's always a pleasure. And to the world.
And you're watching Caribbean Vibrations. You're watching Caribbean Vibrations TV, coming to you live and direct backstage at Jam Banner, where Coffee just mashed up the stage. So, Coffee, how are you feeling first time in Toronto?
I'm feeling very grateful. You know, Toronto and Canada overall has been a good place, you know, to be in. So, give thanks for having me.
Performed all your hits. People have been watching you on so many different things like Jamaican Mo, all these things you're doing now. But a lot of people don't understand the birth of Coffee. I mean, I saw your bio, but I was curious of how did you and Chronix link up?
Well, both our managers knew each other, you know. Yeah, so it's like it was almost a must. They knew each other from school days. Yeah.
And what do you think has been the biggest change since the song took off for you personally?
Well, definitely the amount of people who know of my music and know of me as a person. So it has been spreading and growing, and that's something that I have to only be thankful for because I have no choice, to be honest. Yeah.
Last question. What advice would you give to young people coming up? Because this is a different kind of business. What advice could you give to them?
I would say that positivity always goes a far way in whatever you do, like, you know, in a conversation, in a relationship that you have with your friends, you know, like different aspects of life, you know, like just optimism and positivity. Just think about it. It always goes a far way, even a little bit of it. Just like faith, as small as a mustard seed, can move mountains. It's just a little bit of positivity can make a whole difference. So, yeah, be positive.
Thank you so much for your time.
Blessings. Thank you.
And you're watching Caribbean Vibrations. You're watching Caribbean Vibrations TV, coming to you backstage at the One Love concert in Toronto, Canada. One and only Vi Queen, Vi King, Fay-Ann Lyons, Bunji, Garlin. How are you guys doing today?
Very well, thank you. Very, very well. Can't complain.
Very nice, man. Very nice.
Now, we haven't spoken in a minute, and I've been watching you guys doing all your things. So the first thing I'm going to ask you is, when we spoke about Coachella, you spoke about the management, all the digital things they were doing and doing things like that in Trinidad. Now you're the chair of International Soca Monarch. How has that experience helped you do what you're doing now?
It's good, you know, I'm working with people that I perform on stage with, that I tour with year in, year out, and the people that I know, some of them I'm close to, some of them, you know, I'm acquaintance with. It's just my ability to give back to the culture, my ability to keep a door open that was opened for me many years ago, you know. So this is, you know, people say, you know, they want to give back. This is my way of using my experiences over the years in the Monarch, outside of the Monarch, around the Monarch, in the industry, and actually keeping that platform that helped my career survive and helped my career be built into what it is today for somebody else to get that opportunity as well.
I love that. Passing on the opportunities. Now, one of the things we always talk about you, and I like to talk about the business. And one of the things we talked about is the simple fact with all these streamings and how pirates are making money, but you as the performers are not. Now, like for example, I saw a Spotify broadcast stream with all Caribbean Carnival music. Now, do you feel because of these streaming services that artists are actually getting their due?
They're getting their due one way in terms of the presence. But then if the presence not bringing the presence, the TS in the end, there's no essence, and therefore there's no sense. And then there's no sense, right? So, it's something I always talking about for a long time. Faye always talking about it. One or two others, Marshall, this one, that one. We need to start to find a way to, how to call it, regularize and monetize what we do. But the problem we're running into is that we're so dependent on these platforms that are presented by the rest of the world. Because remember, we kind of grew up in a syndrome and society where we feel like we are accomplishment when we get accepted by the neighbors, right? And it held us back from all these years. So finding a way to develop our own platforms, our own streaming device, arenas and things like that. So if we could start to tap into that now, then we'll be able to kind of circulate the money within the community. And then, therefore, we'll have a proper industry. But as of now, we don't have proper metadata and things like that. So music that's going anywhere, money going everywhere. Some people have no publishing, so the money they're supposed to get actually flying over our head right now. It's just in the atmosphere, just going in a circle, you know, and that's something that a lot of people don't understand. Even me, I've been doing this 20 years and I'm still learning about it. So this is not an overnight process. And I think a lot of people think it's something that could happen in 2 years, but it really can't happen. It's something that we have to, we put in the work now. The next generation might benefit from it. But we all connected anyway, we all the human race, we all artists, so it don't necessarily mean that we have to get it now. But if the generation after us get it, it come like, oh, we get it because we set the platform for them.
I love it. Thank you so much. Great advice. And think about that, the business of soca from the Vi Queen and Vi King. And you're watching Caribbean Vibrations.
We
watching Caribbean Vibrations TV, and we're here with the one, Mr. Only Kes. How you doing tonight, sir?
I am very good, you know. It's a beautiful night in Toronto, man.
And Toronto, your second time for the year.
Yes.
How do you feel about the city?
It's always great, man. Toronto is a special place. Again, it's the first place I've ever toured in, you know, outside of Trinidad. It was like many years ago, back in 2001 or 2. We came to here, you know, it's the first city, so it always holds a very special place. And it's such a hub for soca music, Caribbean music. It's so a part of the city, you know. It's really cool.
Now, one of the things is you're from Trinidad. Soca is the home of Trinidad. You know, Trinidad is the home of soca. But your music's a bit different. How would you describe your music?
I mean, it's just music, you know, Kes music. We basically been influenced by, you know, we started off in rock and R&B and obviously calypso and reggae and all of that. And we just found a space where we could kind of put it all together, and it still feels good. So we're just gonna call it Kes music from now on, you know. There's no genre right now for it, you know.
I feel that. I feel that. Now, is there anything else you'd like to tell our Caribbean Vibration viewers about what's next for Kes the band?
Well, I mean, what's next for soca, what's next for Caribbean people. I think that we're really in a very cool position right now in the world where, you know, the world is feeling our beat, you know, like it's really being a part of everything. Whether they claim it, they don't claim it, doesn't matter. The vibration is out there, and I think the work really now begins for us to really work together with each other and really form an industry, a proper industry, so that we can be to the level of reggaeton. We could be to the level of dancehall and reggae, but, you know, as a genre, we need to think as a genre and not individuals. So I think I want to do a lot of work that does that, and I want to continue to just make the world smaller, man, and just play places nobody knows who the hell we are, and just gain new fans, and, you know, just push through, cut through.
I love it. Thank you so much for your time.
That's it, man. Goodness, man.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And you're watching Caribbean Vibrations. You are watching Caribbean Vibrations TV, coming to you from Toronto Harbourfront Centre as we attend the 2019 edition of Barbados on the Water. Here are some scenes. Watching Caribbean Vibrations TV, coming to you from Barbados on the Water with the man himself, the Hypa Dawg, Lil Rick. We mash up the stage as usual. Now, every year we see you, Barbados on the Water. Why do you come every year here to Toronto?
Because I enjoy the vibe, you know. It's like bringing Barbados culture to Canada, you know, seeing the people enjoying the music and enjoying the artists. You know, it's a good feeling to see that the Belgians can come in a strange place and entertain the people.
And the last question I got for you is, next year's homecoming, 2020. We know you have This Is Rick, but do you have anything else coming up planned for the big year, 2020?
Well, I'm just looking to have a great crop over again. We're going to do another album for 2020. The main focus is that concert, you know, because it's the last Saturday in crop over, so that's my main focus for next year.
I understand. Thank you so much for your time, Lil Rick.
Yeah, man.
You're watching Caribbean Vibrations.
Well, you know, we're so happy to be here August 16th to 18th. It's the 2019 Barbados on the Water Festival. This is the opportunity for us to share with patrons what Barbados has to offer. It really is a celebration of our tangible and intangible elements of our culture. And it's an opportunity for people to really discover what Destination Barbados is about.
Chef Lennox, what do we have here today? What is all this wonderfulness that you have here for me?
Well, we have flying fish, of course, it being Barbados on the water. Fresh macaroni pie, rice and peas, fried breadfruit, and a healthy portion of salad.
Well, I cannot wait to get into this, but we're gonna have to shoot it again because I got no fork. I got no fork.
Shut we down tonight, no. We fed until the morning, Lord. I want you throw back, girl, and just showing me wine. Officer, when you done peep, I want you to sit down in your Jeep and just turn up the radio. Start the working stereo. It's straight from the patio to playing my sunny road. So there we go. Jump in a band because it's time for the show. Right now, let we turn up the place that we felt some ways. Now hold somebody and jump.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed this edition of Caribbean Vibrations, coming to you from the beautiful Toronto Harbourfront Centre as we attended Barbados on the Water. Don't forget to check us out on social media at CaribVibe TV and check out our website, CaribbeanVibrationsTV.com. I'm your host, Guide Allen, and we'll see you next time on Caribbean Vibrations.
Never know some man could have loved me like you. Never know some man. Never know some man could have loved me like you.
Sentimental feeling. This love is real. Girl, you possess the charm that keep me warm. Do it.
Never know some